Morning, you guys. Today, and I'm sorry that this is a day late, but I had food poisoning yesterday, so I'm getting back to it today. But today we're going to talk about everything you need to know for your destination wedding planning timeline. So everything you need to know for this process, we're going to cover it today. Super excited to share this with you.
I love how Sarah just casually drops that she had food poisoning, but just going to keep going on about the day. But yes, today we're going to go over the timelines leading up to the destination wedding. There's so many moving parts to a destination wedding, but with proper planning, working with us, we'll take it step by step and break it down for you. So step one is securing your wedding date. And we recommend 18 months out, at least 12 months out, a year out, to make sure that you have your wedding venue is available, the dates are available. If you have a hard date that you really want to get married on, the earlier you can plan that out, the better. Even if you have flexibility, the longer you wait. Weekends are more
Popular.
More popular too. So the sooner the better that you can plan that out.
Another factor to consider with this is if you are reserving your date 18 months out, in the event that you get more people attending your wedding than you were expecting, this happens quite often, it's going to be easier for you to be able to add inventory to your room block without getting price increases. So definitely another factor that you want to consider. 18 months out is really just going to help you ensure that you're getting all of your preferred selections. 12 months out, it's still doable, but you might not have as many options. The next step is, once we know that your wedding date is available, we've locked in with the resort, the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and get a block of rooms at your preferred resort. This is going to allow us to have a dedicated inventory for your wedding group that is at a set price. So people won't be getting different prices. You'll know that those rooms are available for your wedding group, and it just makes it a lot easier for everybody.
Yep, and like Sarah was saying, so there's two separate parts to this, the group booking and the wedding planning. Making sure that group booking is in place and those rooms are available to you and your guests. Moving on to about 9 to 12 months out, or whenever this happens, start sending out those save the dates ASAP. Your guests want to know when they should be taking time off, where this is going to be, all the details of that. We're going to create a custom website with a QR code. Your guests will be able to log in and save their slot for that. Some of the details that you want to include are the wedding date and location, accommodation details, booking deadlines, and what else was I going to say about that?
We recommend putting the QR code right on the save the dates.
Yes.
Most people for a destination wedding send only save the dates. They don't typically also send the invites, since we are, planning this earlier than a traditional wedding. So just something to keep in mind. By having that QR code on there, your guests will easily be able to scan, make their reservation anytime they please, even if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning. And we'll always be double checking those reservations. So if something comes through and we see a name looks misspelled, or maybe they didn't opt in for transfers or travel protection, we'll just remind them of why those things are important if they want to. So just again, we're not only looking out for you, but also for your guests.
I remembered what I wanted to say. You want to have people to be able to take time off from work. Keep in mind, people may submit their time once a year, just at the beginning of the new year, and if you're within that year, they may need to do some, switching up to make sure that they have that time off.
Absolutely. The next step is going to be the pre-wedding prep. This is going to take place usually around 6 to 9 months out. When you are working with us, we're going to meet every 6 to 8 weeks. We're going to be working through all of these planning steps. We're going to be filling out all of the resort forms for you. We're going to be connecting you with vendors, giving you recommendations, and we're just going to help guide you through all of those steps, making it nice and seamless and easy.
Yes. Now, looking somewhere between 6 months and leading up to the wedding date, you're finalizing those wedding details. It is our goal as your wedding specialist to make sure you're prepared. When you meet with the resort wedding coordinator, they're going to have some forms for you to fill out, and working with us, we'll help you prepare those and submit those. Some resorts you may meet with the coordinator as late as 30 days, so you don't really have much time between when you submit that information and your wedding day. Some are 90 days out, even 6 months out. So that's where you're really cinching up those final details leading up to the wedding day.
Our goal is by the time you meet with the on-site wedding coordinator, we want to have all of your planning details, coordinator. Sorry, apparently I'm still not feeling the greatest. We want you to have all of those details already made, ready to handwrite over to the wedding coordinator, and they can just roll with it. So our goal is to always be proactive and be ahead of all of the timelines. The next step is going to be collecting the final payment and the flight details. So this is going to happen about 60 to 90 days out. We're going to make sure everybody's reservation is paid in full. We're going to reach out to anybody that is not. We're going to get everyone's flight details because we want to make sure when they get there, they have transportation waiting to take them to the resort. We don't want anybody having to figure that out or look around or being frustrated when they get there. So we want this to be seamless and stress-free. So we take care of all of this ahead of time.
Yes. 4 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks out, it's really the last of the last items to go over. Any travel documents, any final tips, reminders that we have, kind of go over the shuttle service details, who to look for, where to go, currency, emergency contacts, any travel protocols, just reminding people of those as they make their way. Again, we're going to have all this information to them early on, but we're reviewing that, keeping that fresh, that info fresh to them before they travel.
Absolutely. So at this point, we will meet with the bride and groom. We will go over all of the final travel itinerary, wedding, everything for the wedding. We will make sure that if they have earned any concessions, we'll be reviewing with them that at that point. And then as far as your guests, don't worry, we didn't forget about them. We have a very detailed email sequence that will go out to all of your guests 4 to 5 months before the wedding, laying out everything, things about the resort, things about the wedding, local excursions to consider, transportation, if they need any mobility or dietary adjustments. All of these things we're addressing with your guests. We're giving them tips and information to get through the airport, currency, customs, all of the things. So don't worry, we take care of everything.
And that is our list of the timeline, things to prepare for a destination wedding. It's a lot of information, but again, the earlier you can plan, the better you'll be prepared leading up to that day.
Absolutely. So if you are looking to plan your destination wedding, schedule a complimentary consultation with us. We'd love to get to know more about you and your vision and help you make it a reality.
Have a great rest of the week.
Safe travels, you guys.